A drumhead court-martial is a court-martial held in the field to hear urgent charges of offences committed in action. The term is said to originate from the use of a drumhead as an improvised writing table, as an altar for religious services, or a traditional gathering point for a regiment for orders or decisions. Origins. The earliest recorded usage is in an English memoir of the Peninsular War. The term sometimes has connotations of summary justice, with an implied lack of judicial impartiality, as noted in the transcripts of the trial at Nuremberg of Joseph Buller. According to Sir Arthur Wyn Morgan Bryant, such courts-martial have ordered lashings or hangings to punish soldiers who were cowardly, disobedient, or, conversely, acted rashly, and especially as a discouragement to drunkenness. It is also used as a reference to a kangaroo court in its derogatory form. In the German military, since 1934 every division of the German army had a court-martial. After the occupation of Poland, the High Command wished to introduce a system which allowed speedy trials to be performed, as it was believed that a fast process would be a more effective deterrent. In November 1939 a law was passed which permitted drumhead trials if it was deemed necessary during warfare. Every commander of a regiment could either decide to inform the court-martial of his division, or he could convene a drumhead trial when somebody was accused of a crime. The decision of a drumhead trial could be executed immediately. With the beginning of the year 1944, the High Command formed a special police, the High Command Feldjäger, which were in command of special drumhead trials named Flyagentstandgerichte, composed of motorized judges. During the last 2 months of World War II, Adolf Hitler authorized the use of Flyagentssonderstandgericht, mobile courts-martial used by the German armed forces. The use of flying refers to the mobility and may also refer to the earlier flying courts-martial held in Italian Libya. Italian military judges were flown by aircraft to the location of captured rebels, where the rebels were tried in a court-martial shortly after capture. An example of this was the summary trial of 5 officers found guilty of failing to prevent the Allies from capturing the Ludendorff Bridge during the Battle of Remagen on the 7th of March 1945. On the direct order from Adolf Hitler, Generalleutnant Rudolf Hubner tried Major Hans Skeller, Captain Willy Bragg Lt. Karl-Heinz Peters, Marge. Herbert Strobel and Marge. August Kraft. Hubner, who had no legal experience, acted as both prosecutor and judge. He conducted extremely brief show trials during which he harangued the defendants for their alleged command failures, and then pronounced sentence. All of the officers were sentenced to death, except for Bradger, who had been captured. The others were taken to a nearby woods within 24 hours and executed with a shot to the back of the neck and buried where they fell. After Admiral Canaris was suspected of involvement in the 20th of July plot, Hitler authorized Himmler to have Canaris tried by a drumhead court in Marshall.